Hello everybody and welcome back. Here we have a blank table with a bunch of planes on it, and this will be my rare model collection video. I've put all my rarest models out here on this table, and we'll be going over them here. Um, yeah, this is inspired by Red River Aviation, because Red River Aviation did a video like this one with all of his rarest models, and I figured, why not do that? Of course, I waited until I could get the blank MS. This is where MSP used to be. So I waited until I tore that all down, and now here we have the collection on this table. So yeah, here it is. I guess I'll start down here with our turboprop aircraft, beginning with our silver ATR 42 by Gemini Jets. This is their 2018 release, I believe. This one can go for about upwards of $60 in the secondhand market. I got this one at the airplane shop in Miami, Florida. Here we have the FedEx ATR 42, or 72 rather. This is the 2021 release by Gemini Jets. And this one could probably go for about 55 to 60 bucks on eBay as well. This might be my rarest model here. I'll have to go back at the end, but I'm pretty sure this is up there in terms of being the rarest model. This is my Air Baltic Fokker 50 by JC Wings. This one is going for around $60 in the secondhand market. I got this one off of eBay. Here we have the Horizon Q400. This one does have a little bit of damage, but it's still a pretty rare model. One of my rarest. And this one probably go for 80 plus on eBay, and I got this one used at local hobby store. Here we have the Porter Q400 in the Canada 150 livery. This one is also getting pretty rare, although this is the more common of the two Porter models. Although this one is still pretty rare. Porter models in general are pretty rare. So this one goes for probably around 80, like probably around the same as the Horizon, like 80 plus on eBay. And I got this one off of eBay. A good deal. I won a bid for this one for $40, so I got a good deal on that one. Here's the American E145 here by Gemini Jets. This one also probably go for maybe around 50 to 60 bucks on eBay. And I don't even remember where I got this one. I've had this one for a while. Here we have the United Express C145. This one probably goes for around 60 to 70 bucks normally on eBay, although I got it for around 50, I think, something like that, from West Coast Diecast. Here we have the Air Canada Express CRJ 200, 2017 release by Gemini. This one goes for, I don't even really know how much this one goes for, probably around 50 bucks on eBay. American Eagle CRJ 200 new livery. This one I got off eBay as well, and this one probably go for 50, 60 bucks on eBay. Here we have the Delta Connection Comair CRJ 200, and this one probably in the same range as the other two, maybe a little bit more as this one is an older release, but this is I think this is like a 2006 release, I believe, by Gemini. Here we have the 2016 release, I believe, Delta Connection CRJ 200. This one could probably go for around 60 bucks as well on eBay. I got this one, I don't remember. I actually think this is a birthday present. So, however my parents got it, probably retail. Here's the Northwest Airlines CRJ 200 Gemini Jets release. I don't remember from when, like 2007, something like that. This one probably go for around 50, 60, maybe even 70 bucks I've seen on eBay. But that's a really nice model right there. Even though the color's a little bit off, I'm really glad that I have that one in the fleet. You have the United Express CRJ 200 Battleship Gray. This one is probably a little bit more common, maybe around 40 to 50 bucks on eBay. But this is the Gemini Jets 2018 release, I believe, or 2017, one of those two. Here we have the United Express CRJ 200 2021 release. This one can go upwards of 60 bucks, I've seen. And And this one I got retail from Waffle Collectibles. Here we have the Northwest Jet Airlink BAE 146. I got this one from like a weird hobby store in like North Carolina or something like that. I ordered it online. It was a lucky find too. This is a really rare model. I don't even know a price I can give for this one. I haven't really seen it pop up on eBay. But I think I've seen it go for around upwards of 45 at least. Probably worth around at least $50, honestly. But I'm not too sure on that one either. Here we have the United Express CRJ 550. This is the 2020 release by Gemini Jets. And this one can go for upwards of $100 on eBay. I got this one from the Model Airliner forum, one of the sales on there. So that was a lucky catch there. Here we have, I guess these are the CRJ 900s. We have the Delta Connection CRJ 900 here. This is the 2021 release by Gemini Jets. So this is the more common of the two. But this one is still sold out super quickly. Goes for upwards of $80 on eBay. Here we have the US Airways Express CRJ 900. This is, I believe, a 2013 release by Gemini Jets, something like that, maybe 2012. Or maybe it was even earlier than that. I don't remember. But this one probably goes for around $50 on eBay. Here we have the Delta Connection E170 by Herpa. This is in their old livery, the wavy gravy tail. Her colors in motion, as it's properly called, and I don't know a price for that one, honestly. I got it off of Waffle Collectibles for like $40, but it probably goes on eBay at least upwards of $50, but I'm not really sure. I haven't seen that one pop up on eBay. We'll now move over. That was our regional stuff. We'll now move into our next line here, which we have our narrow-body aircraft, beginning with this Northwest DC-930 by JetX. This one probably go upwards of $50. This one is a really rare model, in contention for the rarest, but I think it is on eBay, at least for auction right now. I did see a listing for this one, but that would probably go for at least $50. Here we have the Delta 717. This one I got from West Coast Diecast recently. This is a recent pickup of mine. This one would go, this is the 2013 release, so upwards of $70 probably for that one. We have the Allegiant MD-82 or 83. I always get the two mixed up. This is the Gemini Jets 2014 or 2013 release of this one. So it is a little bit rarer than their most common or their most recent one. But this one is still, this would probably go for maybe $50 to $60 on eBay. Here we have the Dragon Wings American MD-82. This one is quite rare. This one probably goes for about $100, although this one with a little bit of damage. As you can see, I don't have the nose wheels on this one. I got this one used. I got it for only $20 at a local hobby store, so that was a really good deal. But yeah, this one goes for quite the amount. That one's also one of my rarest models. You can distinguish it from other American MD-80 by the black nose cone, so that's really cool. Here we have the Piedmont 737-200. This one goes upwards of $70. Probably more like $60 for this one. But this one I got from the same store as that one. I got it for like $75, which is a really crazy price. This one is only $20. This one was like $75. So that's that was an expensive model, but I needed one for a Retro Kalamazoo, and I expect another Retro Kalamazoo update to come out at some point this month. Here we have the Air Baltic A220-300 here. This is the 2018 Herpa release, or 2019, I think it was 2018. And this is technically back then, it's at least on the box it's advertised as CS300, so maybe even 2017. But this is their older livery. This one probably goes for around $80 on eBay. This is the first Gemini Jets release of the Delta A220-300. So not super rare, but it is definitely rarer than the newer one. This one would probably go for around $50 on eBay, I would say, second hand. Here we have New Mexico 1, the Dragon Wings 737-700. Waffle Collectibles like sold a bunch of these, but it's still a pretty rare model. Like it's pretty hard to find these, but probably around 50 bucks on eBay. We have Nevada 1 here. This one is a little bit more rare, maybe about 60 bucks. This one does have a custom tail on it though, so that might drag the value down a little bit, as that did not come original with the model. Here we have Colorado 1. This one is also probably around the $60 range. This is the Gemini Jets 2019 release, or 2020. I think that might be 2020. Here we have the Southwest NG models. This is their first release with the split scimitars and the Canyon Blue livery, 2021, I believe. And I don't really know how much this would probably go for, around $65 on eBay. And same with this one, the United Evo Blue 737-700. Probably the rarest out of the 3 NG models, United 737-700s that they made, all in the span of 2 months. Here's the WestJet 737-700. This was the WestJet Cares version, which I believe is a little bit more common than like the regular Gemini Jets version. But I'm not sure exactly. This one probably goes for around $50. Here we have the America West Heritage A319. This one would probably go for around 60 to 70 bucks, but it is missing some decals there, so this one's probably a little bit less than that, unfortunately. Here we have the Delta A319. This is a pretty rare model by Aero Classics. This one probably goes for 80 to 90 maybe even. This one I got from Funny Airplane Models. This was from Pure Diecast. This was from Funny Airplane Models as well. And then those two were retail, and then a lot of those were from eBay. I forgot to mention those for a while there, but here we have the Spirit A319. I got this one retail back in 2014. Well, technically my parents did, but this one is missing, or was missing a landing gear. Then I replaced it. That made it tail heavy, which is not the best, but it's still here. It is in the rainbow colors. This one, I don't even really know how much this would go for. Probably upwards of $70. I think that's a 2014 release. Here we have the United A319. This is the 2020 release by Gemini in the Evo Blue livery. Great model. And this one would probably go for around 80 bucks on eBay. Here we have the JetBlue A320. This is the mosaic tail, probably upwards of 50 at least. And then the United A320, which is, I also had to glue this one together. And this one, probably 70 at least on eBay, secondhand. And that's also where I got it. A lot of these are from eBay, especially like the more recent purchases. Or like Waffle Collectibles, or like one of the secondhand retailers. Here we have the Braniff Calder 727-200. This one, very cool livery here, and because of it, pretty rare. This is an older Gemini, probably like 2002 release maybe by Gemini Jets. This one would probably go for upwards of $80 on eBay. Ozark 727. This is a little bit more common, maybe like at least $50 on eBay. We have the American 737-800. This is in the old Astrojet livery. Probably not as much, maybe like 40 to 50, maybe even less than that, but you don't really come across these very often, so that's why I put it in here. Same with this one, probably not too valuable, but it is hard to come by, and it is the Copa Airlines MLB livery, 2018 released by Phoenix, I believe. And so this one, maybe like 50 bucks or so. Here is the Warrior 1 Southwest 737-800 by Gemini Jets. This one probably go for around $80, but it is a little bit damaged, so the value of it would go down. Of course, I got that one off of eBay. And here we have my two Sun Country 737-800s, both of these off of eBay. The non-winglet version, a little bit more common. That would probably be around $55 to $65. And then the winglet version, this one is more rare. I got it for a good deal of $45, but this one could go upwards of $60 to $90 really on eBay. This one is at least more desired after than the non-winglet version, because it is more common. in the Sun Country fleet. Here we have the Sunwing 737-800 by NG models. Probably go for at least $60. And then same with the Swoop 737-800, both of these are NG. Here we have the United 737-800 by Gemini Jets. This one would probably go for around $60 on eBay. Although this one is a little bit more common, like you can see it at a lot of other YouTubers at least have this one. But it is difficult to find now. We have Star Alliance 737-800. This is the NG models version. This is not the new Panda models version. This is the NG one from 2020, I think. And this one go upwards of $75, really, which is a bit crazy for that. But I wouldn't really pay that much for any of these models. Like, if I'm gonna buy a rare model, I will try to find a good deal, unless it's a model that I really need. We have the Alaska 737-900. This is the NG models one. This probably goes for about $60 as well. I just feel like I'm saying 60 and 80 a lot, but that's where a lot of these, at least these narrow bodies, hover around. We have the Gemini Jets Delta 737-900 here, the 2019 release. Probably goes for around 65, $55, something like that. Not the rarest, but I figured it's pretty hard to come by now, so might as well throw it in there. We also have the United 737-900 here in the Evo Blue livery. This is the rarest of the United 737-900 releases by NG models. I saw this one for like $100, and that's not really a good price. I would say you could find it for about $60 on eBay. We have the American Stand Up to Cancer A321 here. This one would go, this is the NG models one, but the Gemini Jets one and the Aeroclass one you could find a lot easier, but this one could go upwards of $80. Sometimes even $100 on that one, which is a bit surprising, especially because it's a special livery. Here we have the Delta A321. This is the 2017 Gemini Jets release, I believe. This one is around probably at least 75. If I had to guess. Here we have the Alaska A321 Neo, not as rare, but you could probably find that one for $50+ on eBay. That one I got at the Alaska Airlines company store. It was only $20 there. That's a really good deal. Yeah, I love the Alaska company store for running really cheap prices on Alaska planes, even though I haven't bought for them in forever. But here we have the Delta 737-200 in the the old breast cancer awareness livery. This is like a 2007 release by Gemini Jets. This one could probably go for around $90 on eBay. The Icelandair Hekla Aurora 757-200. This one was probably $120. Very desired model. The NG models one is definitely more valuable. So this one, that $120 might be a little bit too high, maybe like around $100. But the Gemini Jets one is still desired. So that one is definitely one that the price is a bit higher on. This is the Gemini Jets United 757-200 in the California here livery. Now, NG models did re-release these, and I got the second release New York livery, so I feel like those, at least the second releases, are going to be probably a lot more common for the NG ones. The first release NG, those are probably still pretty up there in their value. Although they might drip down a little bit after the new ones came out. Here we have the Condor 737-300 in the Peanuts livery. I don't really have any comparison for the price on this one, since I haven't seen this one pop up on eBay at all, and yeah, I'm not really sure what the price would be for this aircraft, but probably around $70+. That is a Herpa model. We have the Gemini Jets Delta 767-300 without winglets, 2016 or 17 release by Gemini. This one probably go for $70+ on eBay. We have the Dragon Wings United 767-300 in the Star Alliance livery. This one is a little bit more common. I have seen this one pop up on eBay several times. Probably go for $40+, which is, it's not, I guess that one might not be deserving of being on here, but it's not the most common model in the world. This one, however, this one is very rare. This one has also potential of being the rarest in my collection. It is the Northwest DC-10-30. by Dragon Wings, and this one definitely would go for at least $100 on eBay. Love that model, by the way, because it has Northwest on one side, here's Kalem on the other, with the Northwest tail, and then Kalem, of course. Very fun livery. Here we have the Sun Country GC1030. This one, pretty rare, but not super valuable, since everyone wants the 737s and not the DC-10, because who cares about this? This one is probably around maybe like $50 on eBay. We have the Air Transat A330-200. This one came in the St. Martin 3 set. I probably could have put in the BWI West Indies 737-800, but I decided against it. Although that one probably is deserving of being on this list, so we'll give it an honorable mention. Although this one, I don't know how much it would be on its own, but since it came in the 3 set, it's probably a little bit more valuable. But it also did get its own release, so that's probably, I don't know. I don't really know a price for this one. I haven't really seen it pop up, but it isn't the older Air Transat livery, so it probably lost a little bit of its value after the new Air Transat livery has like really, I mean, there's the Welcome livery, and of course there are newer ones, so that was probably around $60, something like that. Here we have the KLM A330-200. This one's also not the rarest, but you don't see it too often. This one would probably go for $60 to $70 on eBay. That's the Phoenix model. Here we have the Aer Lingus Gemini Jets A330-300. Now, I did have to reglue this engine, and it turned out horribly, so this one does not have nearly as much value as it could, but this one could probably go for $65 plus. Here we have the Etihad Formula One 7879. This is the NG model, and I would say this is more rare than the Phoenix model. Probably could go for 80 plus on eBay. Here we have the KLM 7879. This one is, again, the Phoenix model. This is with the 100-year sticker again. This one, pretty rare. Probably go for 80 to 90, maybe even more than that on eBay. Here's the Vietnam Airlines 78710. With a lot of these wide bodies, I'm not really going to be able to give an accurate price because I don't really know what the price would be for these, but I would say that one's probably around 80 at least. I'm not too super sure on that. This is the Lufthansa Star Alliance. Once again, not the most rare. I have seen it pop up on eBay a few times, but it could probably go for at least $45. Here we have the British Airways 777-200 in the Hong Kong livery. This one is a little bit, I think it's a little bit more common out of their special tail liveries. This one will probably go for around $50. Here we have the Continental 777-200 Peter Max. Very rare model here. This is the Dragon Wings version, not the new NG one. So this one is probably around 100, but it also has probably lost a lot of value considering the new NG models one. So maybe not quite that much anymore, at least. We have the Air France 777-300 here, 777-300ER, 2014 or 2015, something like that. Maybe not. Maybe that's a little bit later. I don't remember which release year this was, but this one is probably around at least 75 on eBay. We have the Aviation 400 United 777-300. A lovely model here. Super glad that I was able to get it. So you can find on eBay for upwards of $70. So got a good deal for that one. I got it from RM Model Store, which thankfully that I got the model because that was like right as RM Model Store went to failure. But I did eventually get it 3 months late. Here we have the Lufthansa 747-400 in the Expo 2000 Hanover livery. This is by Dragon Wings. This one would probably go for 80 plus on eBay. We have the Northwest Worldplane 747-400 here. This one is popping up a lot more on eBay, which is surprising me because this is the 5th Gemini Jet model that was ever released. So it has like some value in that sense. This one probably go for at least $60 at least. You'd think it'd be more. I mean, I thought it would be more, but seems like it's popping up a lot more often now. Then here you have the Herpa Singapore Airlines 747-400, and I'm not really sure what this would be for a price. I got this one at Miniature Wonderland. but I'm not sure what an accurate price would be for that one, but we'll just say around 70, I guess. And here we have my 2 cargo aircraft. We have the FedEx Express MD-11 there. That's Dragon Wings, probably around $80, and then Northwest not Worldplane, but the Investing in Pacific Time livery and Northwest Cargo 747-200. That's a Herba model, and probably at least $50. But yeah, that's pretty much it here. There are some other ones that could have gone on here, but there's probably some on here that could have not been on here. Don't really know. I know there are a lot of people with much better, sense of like what is valuable here and what isn't. So, I mean, if any of you out there are better educated on that, please let me know. But if I had to guess, I think my rarest model would be this Air Baltic Fokker 50 right here by JC Wings. But in terms of quantity, but probably in terms of price, it might go to this guy right here. But I'm not 100% sure on any of that. But I mean, the value is part of collecting, whether it's intended or not, because I mean, pretty much any model, as long as it's not like a horrible seller, will be valuable in the future. So that's not my intent of collecting. I don't like collect to resell, but I mean, it is, I guess, something nice to keep track of, just in case in the future you want to sell models. Like, it's good to know about the value they'll be, so you don't sell them for nothing and not get the money that you could get for having a really valuable model. But maybe that is maybe I should give you the opposite advice, because that means more cheap, rare models for me. But that'll do it for this video here on the rare models. I'll soon be getting to work on the new MSP airport, which will go on this table, so I'll have to get all these planes off and put a bunch of blocks back on here again. But stay tuned for that airport, which will be coming at some point this month, hopefully. That'll do it here. Thank you all for checking this video out. I will see you tomorrow, and as always, good night. Auf Wiedersehen.